So today I have a new mat Pilates workout for you. Okay, 60 minutes. We're gonna get through the whole body pretty much. We are gonna burn out other areas a little bit more than others, okay? But for today's workout, you really don't need anything at all. If you want a little extra challenge, you can grab a resistance loop. I have two different types here. Just one is fine. And then a pair of small weights. Okay, now that's if you want added challenge. This whole workout can be done without these added props, and I promise you it will be just as challenging, okay? So grab what you need, and we're gonna get started. Let's bring those feet directly underneath those hips, okay? So we're gonna find a nice roll down. We're gonna start with a nice big inhale, bringing those arms up and overhead, and now we're gonna exhale as we nod the chin to our chest, rounding at the spine, diving for the floor. Good, holding it down there at the bottom. So find your deepest range of motion, using your breath, okay? So with every exhale, taking it a little deeper, getting into the back line of those legs. You can go ahead and pedal out those knees a little bit. So giving your right knee a little bend, then bending your left knee. A little tiny micro bend is all you need. I want you to think about keeping your heel connected to the floor. All 10 toes are down. Good, holding it here. Good, nice little stretch through the back line of the leg. You know, every time I do this stretch, I look at my feet and I'm like, when are the nail salons gonna open? Because I desperately need a pedicure. Okay, staying right there when both legs are straight. You're gonna inhale, knees are soft, and you're gonna roll and round yourself all the way back up to standing, articulating that spine. Let's bring those arms up and overhead one last time. Exhale, nod the chin, rounding, diving for the floor, drawing that belly button up and in, all the way down at the bottom. You're gonna hold it. Now for my own body, it feels nice to keep my legs straight here. That little pedal doesn't really feel good for me today because I'm pretty sore through the back line of my legs. So I'm just gonna hold it right there. My knees are soft. Good, holding it there for 4. Let those arms just hang. Last 3, last 2. Good, on your next inhale breath, you're gonna round and roll that vertebrae, stacking it like building blocks all the way back to the top. And arms come up and overhead for that final inhale. Nice job, you guys. All right, we are gonna come, we're gonna grab that band if you have one and if you want one. You're gonna bring it around the outer thighs. Okay, band comes around those outer thighs, so I have mine just above the knee. You're gonna grab those small weights, again, if you would like them. Otherwise, if you do not have these props, you're gonna mimic my movement without the prop, okay? So we're gonna start by finding a nice little squat. So arms are long by your side, okay? You've got those feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna exhale as we reach those sitting bones back. Belly button pulls in, okay? My knees are just in front of my ankles. From here, I'm gonna raise up for an overhead press and lift my right leg. Coming back to the squat. Inhale up, little right lateral raise, and down. Inhale up, reach that right leg. Exhale, bring it down. So you're lifting those arms up for an overhead press, folding at the elbows, bringing them long as you find that squat, lifting up on that inhale, finding that raise, and bringing it down. We're staying only on that right side to get started. I want you to think about pulling that belly button up and in. Good. Exhale down, inhale to find that lift and that reach. Good, nice fluid range of motion here. I want you to continue to think about your squat and how you send those sitting bones back. Instead of dumping through the chest, you're reaching those sitting bones back. That right foot comes back down just underneath that right shoulder. Good. Holding it here, not too complicated, right? We're staying right here. Good. You're here for 4. We're gonna hold that right leg up in 3. Good. Last 2. On your next one, you're gonna be holding that right leg up and out. Hold it out there, okay? So I've got balance through my left foot. My right leg is extended, not too high, because I don't want to be tilting all the way over to the left. Holding it here, those biceps are in line with the ear. That right leg is going to take a little pulse up and down. Little 1-inch lift and lower. Tiny little lift and lower. Finding control, almost lost my mouse. Finding control through the center of your body. So draw that belly button up and into the spine. I'm not taking that right leg into external rotation, okay? I'm keeping that leg in parallel. All 5 toes on that right leg are shining forward. Good, same with that left. Good, you're here for 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way back down. Now, keeping your weights, keeping your band on. I'm gonna turn, and let's see, I'm gonna face towards my left. My right leg is gonna be working. Now, we're gonna find a squat again. You wanna be at the top of your mat because we're gonna be shooting that left leg back. I've got those arms long by my side. Okay, and we're gonna start by finding a squat again. So let's exhale, find a squat, reach those sits bones back, and hold it there. I want you to think about tightening up that core, reaching that tailbone away from the crown of your head. Arms are long by your side. My right foot is gonna stay planted. I'm gonna shift my weight a little bit more into that right foot, and now that left leg is gonna start to shoot back and come in. Shoot back and come in. Good, so I'm grounded through that right foot, okay? I'm trying to keep my weight center so that left leg shoots straight back and comes in. I want you to think about that psoas muscle, drawing that leg back underneath the hip, that left leg. Okay, now let's add those arms. As we shoot the leg back, we're gonna take a hammer curl and then lower as we bring it in. Shoot it back, take a hammer curl, and bring it in. So my right knee nice and stable. I'm stable on that right side. My right knee is tracking with big toe, second toe. Good, I've got a little tilt through my torso, reaching that right sits bone back. You want to think about reaching that right sits bone away from that right kneecap. Good, holding it here. Gonna get a little toasty through that right quad. Keep drawing that belly button up and in. Remember, everything is generating from that powerhouse at the center of your body. Good, you're here for 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Good, on your next one, you're gonna hold that leg back there. Hold that hammer curl. Now we're gonna shift our weight back into both legs, and I'm gonna come back into a scissor stance. So my weight is center. I'm no longer tilted forward, and I'm no longer relying just on my right leg. Both legs are gonna work. We're gonna bend both knees. Inhale as we rise up. Exhale, bend both knees. Inhale for a lift. I want you to think about those inner thighs lifting up into that low belly as you rise. Good, think about them really close together, like they're magnetizing together. I've got weight in the ball of my left foot and weight solid through my right foot. Good, holding it here. You got it. We're just holding that hammer curl. Good. Excellent, you guys, excellent. Now, if you don't have those weights, your arms can be up and overhead if you want that little extra lever for more challenge. Good, you've got 4 more. Good, last 3. We're gonna repeat all of this on the other side, but we've got a pulse first. Last one. On your next one, hold the knees bent. You are nice and low in that split lunge, okay? Right knee is in front of the ankle. Back knee is dripping nice and deep for the floor. Belly buttons up and in, give me a little pulse. Little pulse. Right through that right sits bone, it's a little lift and a little lower. I want you to focus the intention coming from that right glute, right from the center of it. Okay, little lift, little lower. Belly buttons up and in. Good. Collarbones are wide, shoulders are relaxed. You're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way up and in. Woo, got a little hot. Okay, coming back to center. We're gonna work on that squat to lateral raise with that left leg now. So, feet shoulder width apart, a little bit wider than those hips, just a little bit. Arms are long by your side. Okay, we're gonna go for that exhale squat. Reach those sits bones back. Inhale left leg raises. Back to your squat. So nice fluid movement. Good. Now, it could just be because of the resistance band, but I have a tendency to roll into the inner line of my stabilizing foot. Okay, so I'm trying to really watch that as I lift into that lateral raise. Keep that entire foot, right foot grounded. Good. Finding that squat, that beautiful squat right in the middle. Good. Lifting all the way up, keeping those arms just in front of the forehead. Okay, so you want to keep those ribs closed as you reach up and overhead. Good. So, starting class with a little cardio. Okay, right? Heart rate is driving here. Good. It'll drive a little bit more when we get into that lunge. Good. Find that squat. You're here for 4 more. Good. Last 3. Good. Last 2. And 1 more. Good. Now, on your next one, let's hold it up there. Left leg is lifted, and we're going to find that little pulse, that little lift up, up, up. Good. Tiny little pulse. You got it. We're holding it here. Good. Stabilizing through that right leg. Lots of energy pouring down the outer line of that right leg. Think about it lifting you up right through the center of that right inner thigh. Good. Keeping that left foot in parallel. You're here for 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way down. So good. All right. Let's work on that left leg now with that lunge. You're going to find a squat. So same exact positioning. Those feet underneath those hips. Let's go ahead and exhale. Find a squat. Now, shifting my weight into my left foot. I'm going to shoot that right leg back. Okay, now there's my positioning. I want you to think about your left knee, okay, lining up with big toe, second toe. It's in front of your ankle. My torso is tilting a bit forward because my left leg is my stabilizer now. I'm going to bring that right leg in and then shoot it back out. Bring it in, shoot it out. Okay, so I want you to think about pelvis remaining quiet, hip bones are level. Okay, and as you bring that right leg in and out, that inner thigh stays close to the center of the midline. Good. That psoas muscle on the right side is responsible for pulling that leg in and out. Good, so holding it there. Good, entire left foot is stable. Let's add that hammer curl. So as we shoot it back, we curl it up and then down. Up and down. Out and up. In and down. Good. Holding it here. Can pick up the pace a little bit as long as you can maintain control from the core. Nice stable body. Good. Left leg is stabilizing. Whew. Good. You've got it. Keep that right hip level with the left. Good. You're here for 6. Good. For 5. You've got it for 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. On your next one, you're going to hold that leg back there. Hold that hammer curl. Let's shift our weight back into that right foot. So now we have a scissor stance. Okay, both legs are going to bend. Exhale. Bend that back knee, bend that right knee. Make an adjustment to your positioning if you need to. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale, bend it down. Inhale, pick it up. Good. So, I want you to think about that front knee tracking in front of the ankle. Okay, we already know we want it to line up with big toe, second toe. My back knee, my right knee, is dripping straight down for the floor. Hip bones remain level. Pelvis is quiet. Good. Pull that belly button up and in. Good. Nice slow control here. Focusing on that lift coming through those inner thighs and pelvic floor. You're also getting it straight from that left glute, okay? So we're going to focus on that a little bit more in 4. Good. Last 3. You've got 2. Good. Last one's coming up on a lot. Let's focus on the center of our left glute and give it a little pulse up. A little pulse up and down. Tiny little lift and lower. No more than 1 inch. It's coming from that left sits bone narrowing, okay? It's picking you up. Here we go. We've got an equal weight between the ball of my right foot and the sole of my left. You're here for 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way up. Woo, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, I'm gonna leave my band on, but I'm gonna set my weights down. So weights on the floor. You wanna stand at the top of your mat. We're gonna come into some walkouts, okay? These walkouts, or Pilates push-ups, are gonna take us into a little plank series, okay? So, standing at the top of the mat, we've got those feet just underneath those hips. So we've got a tiny bit of tension on the band, and if you don't have the band, that's exactly where you want your legs anyway. Let's bring those arms up and overhead. Now you're gonna exhale as you round and dive for the floor, just like a roll down. We're gonna walk those hands all the way out to a beautiful plank. Connect to your plank, roll those shoulder blades back and down, and give me a nice push up. And then we're gonna walk it all the way back up to standing. We've got 4 more just like that. Exhale, roll it down, walk those hands out, try to keep those legs as straight as possible. Exhale, push up, bring it all the way back up. Nice big inhale to the top. Good, 3 more. Walking it out, getting those legs a little straighter every time. Connect to your plank before you go for that push-up. Good, inhale at the top, exhale, these are our last 2. Good, walk, connect, find that push-up. Good, bring it all the way back up. This is our last one. We're gonna exhale, round it down, belly buttons in, hold that strong core, find that plank, give me that push-up, hold your plank here. Now, with a really tight core, we're gonna go into some forearm step down. So, right forearm steps down, left arm steps us up. Left arm takes us down, right arm steps us up. Good, so, little step ups and step downs on those forearms. I want you to focus on keeping that body as stable and still through center as you can, okay? I don't want you to focus so much on what the arms are doing. I want you to focus a little bit more on keeping that body stable. Good. You've got 4 more here. Last 3. We're coming into a side plank. Last 2. Last 1. Good. Holding it up at the top. We're gonna roll to our left. So you're gonna roll onto that left palm, stagger those feet, bring that right arm up in the air. Now, if it's accessible to you today, stack that right foot on top of the left. Okay, now that right leg is gonna go up and down. Little lift, little lower. You can always be down on your forearm if that's more comfortable for you. I want you to maintain the handprint of the left hand under the left shoulder. Okay, lifting up out of the waistline, not letting those hips dump down towards the floor. You're here for 4. Whew. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Bring it down. Let's roll back to center. Holding your plank through center. Should feel like a little bit of relief on that left arm. Step out with the right leg. Bring it back. Step out with the left. Bring it back. Holding that core tight. I want you to feel that low belly. Pull that leg back in. Alternating lateral side steps. If you've got that band, great. If not, who cares, right? It's just as challenging. Good. You're here for 4 more. Good. Last 2. Good. And last 2. We'll do the last one on the left. And then bring it in. Now stay right here. Let's roll to the right side. Right side plank. Left arm up and overhead. Let's stack those feet if you're up for it. Left leg's gonna lift. Lift it up and down. Up, down. It does not need to be a big lift. Okay, I want you to maintain the handprint of the right hand under the right shoulder. Good, you've got 4. Don't let those hips collapse. Last 3. Good, you've got 2. Last 1. Woo, almost lost it there. Hold, roll back to center, and come onto those knees. Woo, so good. Roll out those wrists a little bit, okay? We are gonna come into some supine work, so lie on your back. All the way down, you still do not need your weights. Okay, just that resistance band if you would like it, all right? So you're all the way down on your back. We're gonna come into some straddle work. Okay, so first of all, before we do anything else, I want you to think about your neutral spine. So hip bones shining up to the ceiling, tailbone pressing down into the mat, little tiny gap where your low back is. So I don't want you to press that low back into the floor, okay? Relax those arms by your side. Let's bring both legs up and into the air. Okay, so now you're in the air. I want you to find that neutral spine again. Tailbone pressing down, little lift under that low back. Okay, it's a little lift, nothing big, just enough to slide a piece of paper. So, legs are straight as they can be. We're gonna inhale, open those legs. Exhale, zip them up and close them. Inhale, open. Zip up the inner thighs and low belly to close. Inhale, open. I want you to put your hands on your belly. Tighten the core as you zip up those legs. Inhale, open. Tighten that core together. Bring everything in and together. And then inhale as you open it out. Ribs close, belly button pulls up and in. Low belly works, good. And that's how we pull those legs in. I want you to feel that in your own body. It should get shaky fast if you work on that intentional movement. Okay, initiating it from the right spot. It's not just about the legs opening and closing. I could do this all day. I want you to think about the belly, the core, working to pull in as you close those legs. Good. Exhale. Inhale, open. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Now, from here, we're going to swivel into first position. Heels together, toes turned out. Now, I'm going to lower those legs, arms come to the side. I'm going to lower those legs down to about a 45-degree angle. Otherwise, you keep them up a little higher, okay? From here, you want to maintain that neutral spine. We're going to bend those knees in for a little froggy pull. Knees stop over hips. Inhale, zip up the inner thigh and shoot those legs out. Exhale, pull those knees in. My knees stay over my hips. Okay, they're not opening super wide. The width of my hips, they stop over my hips. Then I zip up those inner thighs and I send them out. Good. Now, I want you to focus on getting those shins parallel to the floor as you pull the knees in, and then zip it out and really glue those inner thighs together. The heels never separate. Okay, they are glued together. Good. You got it. Woo, pretty shaky already, pretty shaky. We're going to repeat all of this with an ab curl. So you've got 4 more here. Good. Last 3. You've got 2. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Woo! On the next one, you're going to hold those knees bent. Hold them bent in that froggy position. From here, we're going to open, close, little butterfly. Keep those heels glued together. Okay, open, close, open, close. Good, you guys, you got it. You got it. You're here for 4. Woo! Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Close it up and bring those legs down. Okay, reset. We're going to do all of that with an ab curl. So, you're going to go ahead and bring those hands behind your head. Okay, from here, let's take those legs straight up into the air. Okay, find that neutral spine. We're going to take that ab curl. So let's exhale, lift those shoulder blades just off the floor. Okay, now from here, we're going to inhale, open those legs, zip everything up through center, just like we did to start. Inhale, open, exhale, zip it all up. Good, inhale, zip and pull them in. Good. Now you'll notice my legs are not directly up into the air. I'm trying to maintain length on the front body by not pressing my low back into the ground. Good. Holding it here. You've got 4. Last 3. Last 2. Should feel shaky. Good. On your next one, let's swivel into that first position. Okay, here we go. We're going to lower those legs just a bit. Pull the knees in over the hips. Zip them up and shoot them out. Hold that out curl. Exhale, pull those knees in. Inhale, shoot them out. Zip up the inner thighs. I'm shaking like a leaf, so I hope you're shaking. Send them out. Good. Exhale, pull them in. Good. You've got it. You've got it. My breath may be off. Trying to talk to you. My breath definitely switches. Good. Here we are. We've got it. You've got 4 more. Good. Last 3. Really glue those inner thighs. Last 2. Good. On your next one, hold those knees open in that froggy position, just over the hips. Get that ab curl, recommit to it, and now let's butterfly those knees. Little open, little close. It's a little open and a little close. Holding that little froggy position. You're here for 4. Woo. Last 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way down. Woo. Take a wall to wall. Fingers away from toes. Reach that body nice and long. Whew, and just take a minute. All right, we're gonna flip onto our stomach. So, rolling all the way. I'm gonna face the other way. So, you're gonna come down into that prone position, keeping the band around those outer thighs if you have it and if you want it. Okay, you're gonna lengthen those arms all the way out. Okay, make sure I'm on the mat. All the way out, nice long body. My legs are 4 inches apart, parallel. Okay, my toes are pointed, my arms are long. From here, both the chest and the legs are gonna lift. So we're gonna exhale, lift, press the pubic bone into the floor, tighten the core. Inhale as you lower. Good. Exhale, press the pubic bone down, lift with a tight core, roll those shoulder blades down and around the ribs, and lower. Okay, lift and lower, nice and simple. Good. 3 more here. Last 2. Good, you guys. On the next one, you're gonna hold it up there. So my chest is lifted, my knees are off the floor. We're gonna open those legs and close. Open, close to a 4-inch parallel. Open, keeping my legs in parallel. So that means my toes are shining straight down. Good, you've got it. You're here for 3. We're gonna reset in 2. Good, go ahead and find that release all the way down on the mat. Now, we're gonna bring those legs together, or bring those feet together, I should say. We're gonna do that frog position, but in this back extension. So, you're gonna exhale. Lift those legs and arms up, hold it there. Now, from here, not letting the knees touch the ground, I'm gonna pull my feet in like the frog position. Okay, let the knees open, feet stay glued together, and then extend them out. Zip up the inner thighs. Pull it in, send it out. Good, pull it in, don't let your feet separate. Press that pubic bone into the ground, and really commit to that tight core. You're here for 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold the froggy position. Feet are glued together, knees are off the floor. Let's pulse up, up, up. Tightening the core, pressing the pubic bone into the floor. Good, little lift, nothing big. Good. Feeling that tight contraction through the glute for 4. Last 3. Last 2. And set it all the way down. Woo, relax. Okay, staying prone. We're gonna take our feet wide, about shoulder width, and our hands wide. Okay, so I'm gonna take my hands off the mat. My feet are also off the mat. And I want you in a really wide position, okay? So my feet and hands are more than shoulder width apart. From here, we're gonna push up. So we're gonna exhale, push up off the floor, in that wide cross or that wide X. Exhale, lower it back down. Find a wide X back extension. Okay, bring it back down. Push up. Feet, arms wide. Set it down slow. Lift it up. Good, bring it back. Push up. And then set it down slow. So this wide cross position is what we're looking for. We're staying in it. Good. Big lift, contracting the core. Big lift between those shoulder blades in that push-up. Good, 3 more like this. Last 2. Good. On your next one, you're gonna hold the push-up. Bring the push-up up, hold it. Now, we're gonna lower in a really eccentric movement, so nice and slow. We're gonna lower as slow as you can go towards the ground. Keep that core nice and tight. And then lower all the way. We're gonna send it back up quick. Inhale, lift, lower, 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 nice and slow. Good, you got it. We got 3 more to go. Set it all the way down. Good, lift it up. Big inhale, lift. Inflate between the shoulder blades. Lower, 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 nice and slow. Nice and slow. Good, last 2. Inhale, lift it up. Good, lower, lower, nice and slow. Try not to let those those shoulder blades wing out. Keep the core tight. Good, last one. Up, all the way up. Good, and then send it down nice and slow. Tiny, tiny lower. Good, super, super slow. Slow motion. And then we're all the way down. Woo! That was good. Okay, coming all the way back up. We're gonna get into those abdominals even deeper. Right? Am I forgetting something? No, okay. Go into a seated position. Keep your band, if you have one, keep it. Okay, so now we're gonna bring that band around the arc of the feet, okay? I'm sitting up nice and tall, and I'm gonna lengthen my legs all the way out. Now, we're gonna start with some C curves. So I'm sitting up tall on those sitting bones, spine nice and lifted. I'm lifting up out of the low back, crown of the head reaching far away from my tailbone. My arms are long, and for this one, I'm gonna take an underhand grip on that band. So from here, we're gonna initiate a little C curve. So we're gonna lean back, we're gonna roll the tailbone, the low back, the mid back hold, row those arms back, elbows are close to the waist, extend, and roll it all the way back up to the tops of the sitting bones. Roll, so we're gonna lean, roll the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, try to scoop the front part of the body, pull that band back with a row. Good, I'm gonna widen my hands a little bit. So elbows stay close, okay? And then you're gonna send those arms out and roll all the way back up to the sitting bones. Good, lean, tailbone, low back, mid back, scoop the front belly, row those arms back, extend, lift it all the way up. 2 more like that. Lean, curl the tailbone, the low back, the mid back, hold, row, extend, bring it all the way up, pulling up with the core. Lean, tailbone, low back, mid, hold, scoop the front belly, row, and then bring it all the way back up to start. Okay, staying here. Now we're gonna come into a little more teaser work. You're gonna take that band and you're gonna bring it up and around your forearms. Up and around those forearms. So you've got kind of a bicep curl position or a field goal position with those arms. Elbows are straight off the shoulder. Now, from here, I'm gonna find a teaser. So I'm gonna take that little lean back and I'm gonna bring that right knee up to the chest, shin parallel with the floor, and now I'm gonna bring that left leg up to join it. Okay, I'm gonna zip up the inner thighs and the ankles so everything is closed. Okay, my shoulders are away from my ears, collarbone nice and broad. I want you to focus on keeping the wrists over your elbows. Okay, that's what we're looking for, wrists over elbows. Now, from here, we're gonna just open the forearms. Open, close. Open, close. I want you to think about initiating that open and that close from your right and left waistline. So feel the core work. It's working, obviously, low belly's holding up those legs. I want you to work at keeping those wrists over those elbows at all times. Good. Open, close. Tighten the core to open. Exhale, close. Inhale, tighten. Exhale, close. 4 more. Last 3. Good, you've got it. Last 2. Good. On the next one, hold those arms just off the shoulders, just the way we started. Now those legs are going to open, but we're going to keep the shins parallel with the floor. So knees and ankles open together, and then they close. Knees and ankles open. Focus on keeping those thighs as close to your chest as possible. Okay, so we're in that little V. Good. Not letting that low back give out. Good. Focus on keeping those shins parallel to the floor. Good. Wrists are over those elbows. Those arms are going to get tired too. Good. You're here for 4. Zip up those inner thighs. Close up that low belly. Last 2. Last 1. Hold. Last thing. Right leg's going to dip down to the floor and come back up. So you can't talk. I'm shaking so much. Left leg. Back up. Good. Right heel taps. Bring it back up. Bring that thigh really close to the chest. Find that little lift through the low back. You've got it. Good. You're here for 4. Woo. Last 3. We got a teaser hold coming up in 2. Last 1. Hold. Let's take those arms over the head, legs all the way out. Hold your teaser here. Pull that belly button up and into the spine. You're here for 6. For 5. For 4. Last 3, last 2, and set it all the way down. Woo, so good, so good. All right, take that band off your forearms, come up onto your feet. We're gonna get a little deeper into those arms now, but using the band as well, okay? So that band is gonna come around your left foot, okay, around the left foot. Now, my feet are in line with each other. They're just underneath those hips. You know, I'm going to turn and face you. My left foot has the band. Okay, left foot has the band. I don't know what I said before. Maybe I said right. Left foot has the band. Okay, now we're going to come down. Our right hand's going to take the band and our left foot. Okay, right hand, left foot. We're going to find a squat. So go ahead and reach those sits bones back. Okay, and think about keeping that belly button up and in as the torso tilts a bit forward. Now, we're going to extend that right arm nice and long. The elbow is soft, but it's nice and straight. Reach those sits bones back behind you and hold that squat. We're going to row with our right arm. So exhale, row, spiral the palm to face the midline of the body, and then it spirals back to face the body. So I'm spiraling the palm, pulling the elbow back and in, and then I'm taking it long. Spiral that bicep forward as you pull that elbow in, and then take it out. So it's a little row, like you're starting a lawnmower. I don't think I never actually did that, but you know, it's that same motion if anybody does that anymore. Good. You got it. You got it. Keep rowing, spiraling that bicep forward. Good. That palm then faces the middle line. Okay, that midline. You've got it. Keep those collarbones nice and broad. Keep that belly button pulled up and in. Good. You're here for 4. Good. Last 3. Good. Last 2. Keep rolling that shoulder blade around the rib. Good. On your next one, you're going to hold it there. Now, we're going to pulse that squat. Little pulse. Little lift, little lower. You're holding that row. I'm just pulsing that squat now. Good. You've got it. Good. You're here for 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way back up. Now, take that band off your foot. Now, my right arm is still going to work. My left hand is going to hold that band tight to the chest. So I've got it wrapped around my left thumb. Okay, I'm going to hold that band at my chest. My palm is facing in and I've got a nice grip there. My right thumb is also hooking the band. I'm gonna work my triceps. So, holding a little demi squat, nothing crazy. Torso's tilted just a bit, pull that belly button up and in. My right arm is gonna reach back for that little tricep kick back. My elbow's gonna fold and bend it in. Reach it back by unfolding the elbow, find that contraction through the tricep, and then bring it in. I want you to think about keeping the collarbone broad. Okay, and those shoulder blades are wrapping the ribs. My ribs are closed. I've got that belly button pulled up and in. Body is stable. Good. So that core is finding that stability right there. Good. Holding it here. You've got it. Stabilizing with the core. Reaching back for that contraction through the tricep. Good. You're here for 6. Whew, last 5. You've got it for 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Good, one more. And then bring it all the way up. Nice job, let's switch feet. So, right foot is gonna have that loop. Okay, my feet are shoulder width apart. Left hand is gonna take the loop. So left hand, right foot. We're gonna find that squat. So go ahead and start by reaching those sits bones back. Okay, tailbone reaches far away from the crown of the head, and you're gonna hold that squat. Knees are in front of the ankle. Their knees are tracking with big toe, second toe. Hold that alignment. My left arm is long. We're gonna row. Exhale, pull that elbow, spiral that bicep, extend it long. Row it back, take it long. Good, so I'm spiraling that bicep forward. Okay, palm faces the midline as I bring it up. Keeping those shoulders square. My pelvis is quiet, my core is stabilizing, it's holding everything nice and tight. So as I row, I contract the core, so I find the core helping me. Okay, it's got a purpose there. It's meant to help that arm. I don't want you to move that arm independently. My ring started to turn and dig into me. Good, you got it. You got it, we got 6. For 5, don't let those knees open up. Last 4. Good, you've got 3. Last 2. Last 1. And holding it there, okay. Oh, I forgot that squat. Take that row back, I almost forgot it. Let's bring that left row back, hold. Let's pulse that squat. I almost forgot about that, little pulse. Little lift and lower from the sitting bones at the center of the glute. So I want you to focus all of your attention right now, not only on holding that arm steady, but I want you to focus on those sits bones, narrowing to pick you up and broadening to lower for 4. Good, you've got it for 3. Last 2. And bring it all the way up. Unhook that band. Right hand, thumb hooks the band. It's gonna hold stable at the chest. Okay, we're gonna take that nice little demi squat now. Pulling that belly up and in. My left arm is gonna reach for that tricep kick back. So, holding nice and stable. Core contracts on that inhale as I extend that arm out. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back. Good, holding that shoulder girdle nice and stable. Good, core assists in all of that stabilization. So pull that belly button up and in. Fully extend that arm all the way out. Good, find that full length of the tricep. You've got it. Good, core super tight. Pull it up and in. Good, we're here for 6. Good, for 5. You've got 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. And last 1. And bring it all the way in, guys. So good. Roll out those shoulders just a little bit. Let's see, we got time for one more exercise. Okay, so I'm gonna bring you down back into a plank. But this time that band is gonna come around the feet. So you know what, you put them around your feet first. It's a weird one to get into. If you've got the band and if you want the band, you absolutely do not need to have it. We're gonna walk ourselves out into a plank. The band is around our feet, okay? So you wanna bring those feet wide enough apart, all right, that you have some tension on that red band. I want you to find that beautiful plank. Spread those 10 fingers out nice and wide. Little suction cup at the center of the palm. Spiral those biceps forward, lifting up between those shoulder blades. Let's pull that belly button up and in. Now, my right knee is going to pull towards my left elbow. Right knee pulls in with that band. Take it back out. Left knee. Left knee pulls in. Take it back out. Little knee pull. That band is adding a little extra resistance. Good. I want you to focus on keeping the pelvis quiet. Good. And staying lifted. Not letting those shoulder blades start to wing out. Good. Little twisted mountain climber right here. Good. You've got it. Good. We're here for 6. For 5. Good. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last set. Hold it here. Don't go anywhere. Now, from here, we're going to pull back. Let those arms come between the hands. Knees bend. And take it all the way back out. Bend those knees. Head between the arms. And then send it all the way out. Good. Knees bend. Reach those hips back behind you. And then come forward. Good. Little pull-throughs right here. Good. Bending the knees, shooting those sits bones back, and then coming forward. Good. Working through those shoulders as well. Good. You've got 4 more. Good. Last 3. Last 2. And 1 more. And holding it right there. Set those knees down. So good, you guys. All right, let's take that band off. And let's stretch. Okay, that sounds really good right now, right? So, knees, the width of the mat, take them nice and wide, and let's just come into a child's pose to start. Whew, letting that body relax, letting those shoulders stretch out, those sits bones reach behind you. Let the body start to turn off a little bit. We're still going to keep that core engaged, and we're still going to think about intentional movement, but I want you to think about bringing the heart rate down and letting the body relax. You're here for 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Go ahead and come on up a little bit and walk those hands over to the left side of the mat. And go ahead and really reach back again into that child's pose. Now this time I really want you to think about reaching that right sits bone away from that right shoulder. Nice long pull and length on that right waistline. Just lengthen out there for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Coming all the way back through center. Take those hands over to the right side of the mat. Reach those sits bones back behind you. Nice big stretch through that left waistline. Good. Really releasing it there. Feels really good in my body. Good. You're here for 4. Good. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Walking it back to center. Let's come into a 4-point kneel position. We're going to come into a cat-cow. So those knees just underneath those hips, wrists underneath those shoulders. We're going to exhale as we round the spine, nod the chin, look at those inner thighs, really arc up through the center of that spine. And then you're going to inhale as you unwind, looking up in front of you, letting the tailbone wag behind you. Exhale, nod the chin round. Inhale, slowly release. Good, 2 more. Exhale, round the spine, lifting up through center. Inhale as you slowly release. Last one. Exhale, round and arc. Inhale, slowly release. Whew. And then bring it on back to that flat back. Let's come onto our back. Okay, so you're going to come all the way down into that supine position. Legs are long out in front of you. Find that neutral spine. Pull that belly button up and in. Good. Now, before we do anything else, you're just going to bend those knees. And I'm going to take you into a little exercise on just pulling those abdominals up and in, okay? So this is really good if you have diastasis recti, which I have had since the birth of my son 7 years ago, and I've worked from a 3-finger gap all the way down to about 1.5. It's still there, but this is always really good to focus on closing that gap. So these are exercises that you can do at any stage in the diastasis. So go ahead and exhale. Pull that belly button up and in, and I want you to think about pulling the ribs together. Belly button is up and in, and just pull everything together through center. Holding it there, and then slowly release. Inhale. Fill those ribs, let them expand with air. So you want to think about the ribs going wide. Exhale, pull, draw the belly button up and in, draw everything into center. I like to use my hands because it helps me funnel all that energy right in through the center of my body. Holding it here. Now I'm holding a neutral spine still, not pressing my low back down at all. And then inhale, slowly release. Fill the ribs, fill them with air, try to expand them to the sides of the room. Exhale, blow all the air out, draw that belly button up and in, holding it there, hold it there for 4. Think about pulling the pelvic floor up and in for 3. Last 2. And then slowly release it out. All right, let's take those legs nice and long. It's a little extra in there. Okay, we're going to take that right knee, we're going to pull it into the chest, little knee pull. Good, go ahead and extend that right leg up towards the ceiling, holding onto that shin or thigh, back of the knee, wherever you feel most comfortable. We're going to flex that foot as much as we can, getting a nice stretch through that hamstring. Holding it there for 4. Last 3. Good, pull that leg closer to you with every exhale. Last 2. Holding it there, let's roll out that ankle a little bit. Good, switching directions on that roll, keeping that leg nice and straight. Good, now we're going to hold that leg there, but we're going to set our right arm down on the floor, and now my left arm is going to aid in drawing that right leg across the body. Now, I don't want to roll over, okay, that's why I have your right arm on the floor. We want to keep the shoulder blades connected to the ground, keep those ribs down. I'm letting my right hip pick up, okay, but now in this position, I want you to flex the foot, okay, and really reach that leg straight. You're going to feel a big stretch from all the way from the center of that glute up towards the hip, all the way down that IT band. That's what I'm aiming for, right there. Good. Does not always feel pretty. You're here for 4, for 3. Good. Last 2. Bringing that leg back up to center. Now my left arm is going to go to the floor. My right arm is going to help in taking that right leg out to the side. Again, now this one, keep your left hip down. Don't let it turn you over. You just want to open up that inner thigh towards the right side for 4. Good, for 3. For 2. Good, bringing it back up to center. Let's bend the left knee and take that right leg or that right ankle on top of the left thigh. I'm going to thread my arms behind my left leg and pull that in for a figure 4 stretch. My right elbow is going to aid in opening up that right inner thigh. So I'm just softly pressing that right knee out, just lightly. Now I'm going to extend my left leg up towards the ceiling. As I bend the left knee, I'm going to push that ankle, that right ankle, closer to my chest. And getting deeper into the center of that right glute. You should feel that change right there, that shift. Hold it here for 4. Good, for 3. Last 2. Go ahead and set that left foot down, uncross those legs. Let's take those legs out both nice and long again. Let's take the left knee in for that knee pull now. Switching sides, doing it all again on that left side. Taking that left leg up to the ceiling. Once you get it up there, you're going to flex that foot as you draw that leg closer to your chest. I really want you to think about reaching the back of the ankle as long as you can. Center of the heel reaches for the ceiling. Good, for 4. Exhale in deeper into that stretch for 3. Last 2. Good, my leg's shaking here. Roll out that ankle. Pick a direction, roll it out a few times. Go ahead and switch direction of that roll. Good. Now, holding that leg there, my left arm is going to come to the floor and my right arm is going to aid in taking that left leg across the body. Now, I'm not rolling over. I'm keeping my left ribs down on the ground. I'm going to flex my foot in this position. This does not feel great, okay, but that IT band is tough to stretch. So, we need to flex that foot and get that leg across the body. Do not roll over. Your left hip is off the floor. That's fine. But keep your ribs down. Good for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good. Take that leg back through center. My right arm is going to go to the floor. My left arm is going to aid in taking that leg out to the side. My left elbow is propped up on the floor to hold that leg. And I want to roll over now. My right hip is still connected to the floor. Good. Holding it there. Good, stretching through that inner thigh. You can really focus on flexing that foot and lengthening out for 4. Good, for 3. Good, last 2. Bring that leg back to center and let's bend that right knee. Take that left ankle across the thigh. Lace my hands behind that right thigh. And now my left elbow is going to aid in opening up that left inner thigh as I draw that right leg closer to me. Go ahead and take that right leg straight towards the ceiling, and as I bend it back, I'm going to push that left ankle closer to my chest. Good, getting deeper into the center of that glute. Good, good, good. Stay here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good, set that right foot back down, left foot comes down too. Let's take those legs nice and long. Good, we're going to find a nice little roll up, rolling all the way back up to seated. Let's bring those feet in. We're going to roll up onto our toes, and this is going to be your final roll up right here. So letting your arms hang heavy, knees stay nice and soft. On your inhale breath, you're going to roll and step that spine all the way up to standing. Good, coming all the way up, head is the last thing to rise. And now just a couple stretch through those arms, take those feet just underneath those hips one last time. Let's bring those arms up and overhead. My left hand is going to grab my right wrist, and I'm going to find a nice little side bend and a pull. I'm trying to pull that right arm up and out of that shoulder socket so I get a nice big stretch all the way down to that right waistline and right hip. Holding it here for 4. Good, last 3. Last 2. Good, bringing it back through center. Let's switch hands. Right hand's going to take my left wrist. I'm going to pull it up and over and find a nice big stretch over to that right side. Try to pull that arm up and out of the socket. You're here for 4. Last 3. Last 2. Bring it all the way back to center. Exhale, take those arms all the way down by your side. All right, guys, you are all set. Awesome job. I hope that felt great in your body. I am all sweating, so it felt really good in my body. I hope you felt the same. Again, all those props, use them. They're not totally necessary. They add a little extra resistance and a little deeper connection to the body. Sometimes, today they added more resistance. So I hope you got your sweat on. I hope it was good. And you can always message me or direct message me on Instagram if you have any questions for me. I will always answer you, JessPFit. And please check out my other videos on this channel. If you are liking this one, I'm sure you will love the other ones. All right, I will see you soon.